Everybody's probably asking, what's all these bags, what's they're for, and why do these disc golfers have all this stuff? And I guess I'll try and break it down the best I can. I'll start with the largest first. This is a disc golf cart, and these things are great. It's all about being prepared and having storage and being prepared. And this helps you keep very organized. It gives you somewhere to sit. They're pretty maneuverable. They're light enough that you can pick it up and carry it up a flight of stairs. They're modifiable. I got a swim noodle here. Some guy mounted a tool belt pouch on here with a speed clip, so yeah, that's pretty dope. It's like a bike handle or something, I don't know. The next popular bag out there on the market are these grip bags. They're high production bags. They're great. They're better for light days. This one's the C14. It only holds about maybe 14 discs. And what's unique about, I guess, my bags is in probably every bag I probably own, I have a hacky sack foot bag in the bag. I mean, that just kind of goes with my style of disc golf, where if you're waiting around, even in tournaments, and you're not distracting anybody, go ahead and keep stretched out and play some hack. Get your legs stretched out, keep warm. Variety of foot bags are out there. They're probably in every bag I have. The reason why I like the Grip C14 is even though it's kind of more of a tip bag and it does kind of fall over quite easily, you get used to maneuvering it out and making sure that what little's in there, because it doesn't hold a lot, doesn't fall out and you lose it. And that's all about being prepared. It's got these great D-rings. They're great for storage. Good modifiable sort of bag. You can clip a lot of stuff to it. Helps balance it out. Another thing that's probably unique on my bags that I like to carry is at least one LED zipper pull, just to find my bag at night. And then sometimes I have like these cage lights or baskets, or just little keychain pull LEDs. You just clip them right onto a chain, a link, whatever. Stick them inside the cage. It's all good. I usually typically have at least one on everything, so if I'm out there at low or at night and it's late, we have some sort of light at the cage other than using our cell phone. Just something to mark with. It's great. They're cheap, they're only like $3, something like that. Well, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Since I got the big guy out, let's see what's in here. These things are pretty well easy to mess with. They got this magnetic thing here. It straps, locks it in. The other essential things I have in my bag, usually my tournament bag, or that's what I call that, my tournament cart. And my grip bag is another thing I carry is a lug. And I don't know if you guys play lugs or not, or know anything about it. You should just check out the page. It'll give you more of an idea. I carry about one lug, not a full set, because it's easier to keep track of one than it is 6 or 10 or whatever. Probably have one in the cart too. Sure do. The other essential thing that you want to carry in your disc golf bag is a mini, a marker. My bag should have them. Let's go in here and give it a look-see. First thing I like to carry is probably something that's not mine. It's something I found, and it's a risk disc, and it's something that I would carry just to go over and lose it, a rough spot, a water hazard. I got this C-Line DD2. I found this thing. My friends love these things. They go far. Not a lot of effort to it. They're great for forehands, backhands, and again, something I can lose. I got about 2 discs like that. I got this Air Max Havoc distance driver. Just go risky with some water, whatever, who cares. Found it, easy come, easy go. Essentially, I'm a practical player, and I typically only bag one mid-range. It's just a straight disc. I use this MVP Glow Eclipse Axis, and it's just nice and straight. It's kind of got an even turn to fade ratio. It always maintains the line I put it on, and I don't want to over carry too many things. You know, I'm just essentially, I have a backup one of these, but I think it's a different MVP or gyro. And it's also my roller disc too. I don't always want to roll everything, but I'll roll this thing because it's got that rim. And what's really good about the MVPs, and I said Axiom brand, is they have this rim around it. It acts like a tire, just like around anything else. These things will stand up and roll like no other, and they're great for that. Next MVP, I like this brand. It's not like I can't throw everything in the world, but you work what's best works for you. That's probably you should throw. So 157, first run wave. It's just great for heiser flips with gentle anties. Don't put too much power into it, it goes right over. Oh yeah, I just picked this up. It's called the Octane, and I didn't know what I was getting into when I bought it. It's very overstable, and it's, you know, an overstable disc. You use it for basically heiser shots that you need to go left a lot, or something you flex any real hard, like around a Mando tree, and get it to dive back left. Or skip shots. These are great for skip shots. Anything overstable makes great skips or forehands. I'm not really a forehand player, so I'm not really going to get into that. Most of my shots are right hand, backhand. I got here a Vision Bolt. It's another lightweight disc. I like throwing lighter weights because, you know, less effort, same amount of distance. It's really straight. I would call it comparable to like your fairway drivers with like the zero stability, a little bit of fade to it. Next is this thing. It's this Photon. It's an MVP Photon, Fishing Photon, about 143 grams. I got a light on it, counterbalances out a little bit. I always have a backup one of these. I always recommend that, you know, you can't see that light a little bit. As it gets darker, you can see it. That's great for night golf. Distance driver, really controllable. Not for everybody. Here's the Inertia. This is another one I haven't been throwing a lot this year, but I'm out there when anytime I throw it, I'm very consistent with it. It's a nice neutral distance driver where it doesn't need a lot of arm speed to get going, and it's pretty controllable for backhands. It still rolls great because it's an MVP. Commandable, you can hyzer it up and have it stay up. That's pretty good. The next disc I have, put an ace on it during that Vibram Birdie Bash. It's a Vamp. It's pretty stable for an unstable disc. I still need to break it in to kind of make it do what I want it to do. And it's a max weight. It's more up there. It's 174. It's medium. So this might be something I would use when it's a little more windy, headwind, and I want the same kind of shots I want out of these and stay safe. What's great about a rubber disc is when they hit the ground, they don't have this kind of skip and roll that the MVPs would have. They usually hit and stick pretty good, and it's always good to keep a rubber disc in your bag, if not one, many. The next one I got is another Vibram Onyx max weight. I kind of like this mold. I like the speed. They're more of a fairway. 9 speed, maybe 7, somewhere in that area. It turns over on a dime. You just got to back off it. It's very commandable is what I mean when I say flippy or understable is what guys say. It's good for neutral situations. Most discs are if you back off them. You don't have to throw 90 miles an hour. You're probably doing something. If you do that, you gotta have the right disc. It's always about what works best for you. Figuring that out takes a long time. I have this O-Lace, and at first what's great about the Vibram disc, they don't have that skip that most stuff does, but you get a firm or a very overstable Vibram, it will provide some sort of skip and be very stable. This is an O-Lace at first was too much disc for me. It would always fade left. I couldn't really get the flex out shots at all. It took a lot of tree hits for it to actually get to the point where I could flex it over. Now it's at the point where I can hyzer flip it, have it come over real far and come back. I can back off it and still get a stable effect. It's decent in winds. might sink a little bit. The next disc is that Vibram Valley. I don't really throw it that often. It's a great disc though. It's much like a Valkyrie or something. It's pretty much a point shooter. I don't really spend a lot of time with it like I should. You don't really need so much all this variety. You can just get by with a few, and that's why I have different bags. And this is a Jade Light. It's pretty much like a Valkyrie copy. I would say the Valley, the Onyx, are pretty much close to this here Vault. They're all within that fairway driver bracket. And then like the Inertia, the Octane, are pretty much like more distance drivers along with this other lightweight crap. This Vamp is more, I kind of almost consider this a distance driver. For some reason or another, you can get this to go almost as far as something like a distance driver category like these discs. These more stay within the 350 foot box. And this disc is a very special disc. It's a prototype, and I love bagging this thing. This is for a backhand iso flip roller. A lot of guys don't understand when they see this line. They always correct me, the basket's this way. I'm pointing my line over here. This thing, I have to point over here. It'll come over, stand up, start rolling extremely like this. It's great to get out of trouble and in trouble. Almost every disc can be a backhand roller. It's probably about half my game is throwing backhand rollers, that stuff when I'm in trouble. Amongst these other fairways, distance, which essentially is bagging putters, and I probably, even in a smaller configuration bag, I would probably still have 3 to 5 putters at all times. Molds are important. If you like the mold, keep the same mold and change the weights on it. Your putter's your best friend. You could probably do better just with just one disc being your putter that whole round than you could if you had all these choices, if you really focused on having a good putter shot. One Vibram disc everybody should carry in their bag is a soft Vibram putter. It doesn't matter if it was a Summit, a VP, you just need one disc in your bag, one for this, in case your lie is right here and you got them old knees. This makes a great pad, if anything, just to point, putt with, just like that. No situations, heaven forbid, you have to be on your knees and putt at a low basket, but we do that all the time. And this is just great for that. They're also real sticky too. I mean, they stick to the chains like no other. I wish I could put it in there, give it a chance. That's what you gotta do. That was a medium Summit, and I like the medium, firm, and soft just for different reasons. Well, the red, white, and blue one's what I call a thrower. It's something that's brightly colored and I'm willing to hit a bunch of trees with. And that's great for all kinds of security reasons, because I carry these other kind of collector discs for like what I call tap-in putts. Things that, putts that when guys make you hole out when you're within 5 feet of the cage or something where you're not going to lose your disc or hit a bunch of trees. Sometimes I like to get out a fancy disc and like try and be a show off and throw it in. Amongst that, I carry a globe, or most of the time in the bag, but I try not to throw them in the daytime or even carry them around. I actually have a separate bag for night golf. And what this bag is basically, it's all ready to go for the glow round. Anything I have a light on, it's going to go in the glow bag. And I usually, again, like I said, I bag one mid-range while I have basically a copy. Just in case I'm in a tournament, I leave the light off this one, throw this one at the daytime. And then I have a little light on this one with some clear duct tape or Gorilla tape. Leave the light on there. That way, when sun gets down, guys want to glow, I'm there. A lot of times I will just leave the light on my disc if it is my go-to disc. I just make sure it's discreet. It's not that I don't know how legal it is, but I'll take it off if I need to. But I like having it on there just in case it gets dark and we're still playing. Make sure you always turn your lights off. They do go forever though. This is another one I have a light on, so I'd probably throw this in my glow bag. And then here it is. This thing's ready to go. Little light on it. Hacky sack in there. LED light. Mini. So yeah, even my small bag is configured just to hop out and go. Be official for me. The essential things are the hacky sack, the mini, and the light. And again, just bagging the right discs, making sure you have the right selection. At night, I'd probably go with my go-to driver, my Photon, my go-to mid-range, another driver, another fairway, and a glow putter, and that's pretty much it. During the daytime though, or something like that where I'm at a more technical course, I'll get out this bag and definitely outfit it to what I want. I definitely probably will say I need overstable just in case. It's gonna happen. Definitely a backhand roller. I need that trick shot all the time. I need my mid-range. No lace, man. This thing's fun. It gets me in and out of trouble. Throw my mini in there. Maybe 2 minis. What else we got? Oh, I like this Onyx. I probably can't live without this thing. I need my Photon. I gotta throw that back in there. Probably won't be throwing much of this. I don't know, man. That's pretty much it other than my putters. And then I have 2 special putters. Probably didn't talk about is part of that lightweight game. If you notice, a lot of my stuff is either 150 class or max weight. Well, I also have a 150 class putter, and these things are great for if you're trying to putt 300 feet and you need a lot of glide. This is where it's at. Just drop the weight off your putter, get something that's either neutral, overstable, understable, whatever you like. Just keep the mold that you got, drop the weight. The other special putter I got, this here chunky VP, and the VP is probably one of the more overstable, faster sinking putts on the market. This one's pretty broke in, so it doesn't really flip all the way over at all, but it's one of those things where if I beam it low and hard, this thing's always coming out short and left of where I'm actually aiming for, so I really don't even mind a little grip lock when I throw with this thing, let it come down and land right where I want it to. Usually in the basket. Other than being prepared, this is probably what's essential in your bag is an overstable putter, a throwing summit that's in the cage, one distance driver, maybe 2 distance drivers, 2 fairways, a trick shot disc, a really overstable disc. Maybe a wake disc or a wrist disc, something that you throw and that you can walk away from it. This one's usually good because it's brightly colored. I always go with something brightly colored just in case not like you need your wrist disc, but it's happen to have a good shot. It's nice to see it. Stay away from forest greens. I don't like looking for them. Neither should you. It's all about being prepared. And so if you're out there seeing what all this stuff is all about, just make the selection that's best for you. If you're going to do a lot of tournaments, this is probably the way to go. If you're more of the hiking style, and you need a lot of space for water, water is essential. I mean, if your bag doesn't store water, it's kind of worthless. Make sure you always bring plenty of that. Even this here bag that I manufacture, which I call a tea bag, you outfit it with a water bottle in it and put the discs in there to its normal capacity. It should just sit right up and always stay like that. And that one holds about 6. And if anybody ever needs a tea bag, just shoot me a message or whatever, and man, I'll make it up. They're nothing more than an Army surplus bag. Have a great game.